What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a review on the brand new Chieftain Mk. If you've already seen, I have a video up on my channel already, and this thing is a beast. You know, I brought this up a while back about tanks being added to World of Tanks, and I figured by now we'd have the Japanese heavy tanks, but for whatever reason we haven't seen those yet. But I'm not going to complain because this thing is amazing and I love it. It is one of the best tanks in the game, if like not the best medium heavy tank in the game. Hopefully my commentary is lined up fairly well. If it's not, you know how I am. I'm using two programs. I have to time it when I start them. It's just how it is. Anyways, we'll get straight into the tank itself. Whoa, would you looky there? I'll show off this new thing too. Alright, so this is basically the whole thing. This is new to me too. You can look at the engine. This is where you want to shoot if you want to light on fire. This is where you want to shoot it if you want to fuck up the gun. The reload time for a standard one with nothing on it is going to be about 8.25 seconds. Mine is at 6.53. You can get it lower and you can get it like medium tank level. But it is a very, very, very good gun. Not only because it's 120 and shoots so fast, there's something else that's special about it, and I'll show that in a second. And there's the tracks. And, you know, wait, let me go through this real quick. Because the horsepower is 750, power to weight ratio is 13.73. Not fast, but it rotates 40 degrees a second. So it's pretty good. The forward is 42 and reverse is 15. It's not slow and it's not fast. The aim time is actually the best heavy in the game. It's actually probably the best aim time, actually. The accuracy is 0.32. It is up there. Like, it is very, very high. The view range is only 390, and the rotation speed for the turret is 390, or 30 degrees a second, my bad. Signal 750. Ammunition is stored all over the place in there. It shoots armor-piercing, discarding sabos. APCR is how it is in this game, basically, for standard and premium. That would be a depleted uranium shell. That's what the DU stands for, but it only has 310 penetration. It's 270 for the standard and 310 for the premium, and then 140 for the hash. The hash is actually really good at 140 pin, and you can see right there about where you need to shoot it if you want to ammo rack it. It gets ammo racked in the front easily, and you can shoot it in the side and ammo rack it too. But in the front, it is literally the driver sits in between two ammo racks. So if you shoot in the front, normally you're either gonna hit ammo rack or you're gonna hit driver. And here's where the people are inside of the tank. There's little Lego people in there. And show you more things. It was supposed to replace the 215B, but they decided to branch it off so you can go to both. If you want my honest opinion, fuck the 215B, go for the Chieftain. You'll thank me later. You see, the gun is insane. The turret's 250 at the front. We'll go actually to the armor thing because I haven't used that yet. Where's the armor thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. So you see, front on, it has we'll go all the way. The front of the turret is about 200. Well, it's 250 right there on the front, and then it zooms out from about 230 to down to 191 around the cheeks and stuff. Moving back even more, but it's going to be at the front, so it's going to have like a lot of slope to it. And here is where you're going to get pinned. That is the top part up there, and then hold up. perspective right here. You can get pinned right to the left of the gun, you know what I'm saying, like right in that little area right there. But it's going to be kind of hard because sitting like this, they can hit occasionally pin right there. It doesn't normally happen, and you're not going to be pinned on the cheeks of the side right there or on the roof. Don't worry about it. It has the weak roof thing going on, but it's not gonna overmatch because it's over 30, and it's about 51 to 70 millimeters. I'm not sure exactly because it doesn't give you a definite number, but there's not many things that's going to be able to hit that and overmatch, and even if it does hit, it's going to ricochet straight off. The upper plate is 85, and the lower plate's weaker than that. I'm not sure exactly, but it's angled such at a crazy slope that if you're head on, nothing's going to go through that, and the lower plate's made out of Swiss cheese, so hold down about every single time you use this tank. I mean, other than that, the side armor sucks, and the track's out a little bit more armor, and then the side skirts, there is not a whole lot of side armor to this tank at all. We will look at something else real quick and get a better number. The side of the tank is 51 millimeters thick, the rear is 25. Basically, the body's made out of paper, and the turret is made out of what the IS-7's turret's made out of. It's really good. Hold down all the time if you can't figure that out. The upper plate will save you most of the time as well. Now I'm going to end this and get into two games. One you've already seen, and obviously the next one's going to be one you haven't. And then, yeah. And I'll be playing this tank a lot, and I'll be working on getting my Mark of Excellence in it. And I'll see you guys there in a second. What is going on, guys? Now here is the first game that you guys have already seen on El Haloof. Now, if I was you guys who have already gotten the the 215B, strongly consider going back and switching to get this one, because in my honest opinion, this thing is a lot better. It's just I don't like tanks with the turret on the back. Other than the mouse, that was a little bit different. The mouse it is in the 215B, and this thing is got penetration better than every single heavy tank in the game, and has the best. Actually, it's beating every single medium tank in the game, except for the E50M, which it's tied with. Nothing else is higher than that. Those two share the highest standard shell penetration. It has a very low premium, though, as you saw. So, hopefully, during this game, you'll see how this will. If you've already seen it, this is going to be the full review. There's obviously going to be a lot more of this thing on my channel, especially when I work on getting more excellence and stuff. And the fact that I do have a little bit more time now to make videos, you'll be able to see this a lot. You'll be able to see me playing this a lot, live streaming a lot, playing with you guys, hopefully. I've said that before in the past, but stuff came up, didn't have time. Now, you notice that if you have the premium consumable, 100% crew, Brothers in Arms, Rammer, and Vince, you're going to be rolling out shots. You're going to be shooting every 6.5 seconds, and then you're going to be aiming in super duper fast. The thing has like really good dispersion after shooting and then turning the turret and stuff. It doesn't take this thing no time. It takes absolutely, comparing it to like the E5 or any other tank, it takes this thing half the time to like acquire where you're going to shoot, and then the circle getting small enough for you to shoot. The reticle takes no time. You don't even have to really aim in the whole time, because the tank is already at 0.32 accuracy, and at close ranges like this, it's going to be accurate enough to bust out shots, and it doesn't have to be completely aimed in. And you see me moving back and forth, it's already, I mean, by the time I get where I need to be shooting, it's already closed, so, I mean, it's not going to miss. Except that I messed up that shot, kind of, because I may or may not have aimed in the wrong spot, but that's different. So, 270 pin at a 1300 and I believe 72 velocity. It makes this thing have one of the highest shell velocities in the game, as far as I know. And it does have the highest pin out of any heavy tank in the game, and it's tied for top anything other than tank destroyer at 270 with the E50M. Premium rounds, however, it's 310 low. It's actually the second worst. Still shoots very, very fast. Well, the shell travels very fast. It has, like, I believe the DU to be depleted uranium. I may be wrong. Maybe something totally different. I believe that's what it is, and it's not correct me, but it does shoot armor piercing discarding sabos, which in this game aren't. Their model is APCR, which I guess in real life they're kind of the same principle or whatever, but they do have a slight difference as far as I know. They're not fin stabilized, so I know they're not that, so I know there's totally different. This thing is in War Thunder 2, but counted as a medium tank. That's Mark 3. Yeah, it's Mark 3 in there. I mean, I don't know the difference between the Mark 6 and the Mark 3, but I assume they're under the same. There's not a whole lot of difference between them. Maybe engine changes. I don't think the gun's that much different, if it's different at all.
No good. Didn't go through. Loaded and ready. That's got it.
So, I fell in love with this thing. I believe the people on PC to be a little salty about us too, because we got this thing and they're still waiting. There's only one server that has this. It's the South Asian. I don't know. I think the Asian server has it, but I know that like the North American or the European servers, they do not have this tank. They probably won't for a while. And kind of makes me happy that we're getting stuff like this and they're not. But you know, it's whatever. This game's actually coming on fairly to the end. And the one thing I do like about this tank is that the 2200 health might not seem like a lot, but this tank, I play it more like a medium than I do a heavy tank, because it doesn't need to be slow. It's not start with gun, acts more like a medium tank's gun. Skype just popped up. Well, it doesn't really play like a heavy. It doesn't really play like a medium tank either. But if you kind of make a hybrid of the two, you can do about what you do in a medium tank in this. So that's how I like to play it. Other people might be different, but everybody can agree that hull down is the way to go with this. 250 frontal turret armor, and what I did with the armor detail thing, which is new, and I need to look at it a little bit more, learn how to use it exactly. I should probably update my Xbox One and work on it there. I did this all on the 360 for a reason, and that was because my Xbox One was having issues even connecting to my internet for whatever reason. And did get it fixed, but I had already had games recorded for the Chieftain, and I didn't want to wait, so I did that anyways. Here's the second game on Mountain Pass. This one isn't, you know, as good, but it's still decent, I guess. I do ammo rack somebody. And you'll see the accuracy play a big role right here. It is probably the best shot ever Like it's not even it's not like the best shot ever, but it's one of those moments where you're just like you get that little you can feel it in your nuggets when you pull the shot off, and it's like the most satisfying thing in the world. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. So if you've played the new
We have to take and hold the
World War
marked
One
objective.
map, that's
Get
what I'm
to
gonna
it.
call it because it has a bunch of trenches and stuff on it. I forgot the name of the map. It's like it starts with a TH. It has ridges on there, and they are perfect for this thing. And you'll see here in this game where if you can get this thing over there fast enough on the opposite side or this side vice versa, you can play this thing like you wouldn't believe because of the way the upper plate and the turret work. They just go together so well. You know, on the move shots are kind of accurate, and then I run into a rock, but then the game lags right here for some reason. It's really bad. You'll see it happen here again. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but anyways, the on the move shots they're kind of accurate to a point. They haven't, you know.
They spotted us.
Sometimes they're
Got an enemy here.
on target, and then sometimes they're completely off, like shooting something with the
Enemy armor is
freaking
damaged.
T-49.
We're immobilized.
Sometimes, I mean, you can pull off shots like you put the T-62 on the move, but the T-62 is like the most accurate tank moving ever. But and how I pulled up about how the accuracy was, those roof shots right there, I wouldn't have trusted with about any other tank, but this thing right here, I trusted enough to do it every single time, kind of like the Conqueror. And I did say that I do like the 215B, which I do, but not as much as I like this thing. This thing is
No good.
so much better. You don't understand. Like,
Ready to fire.
if you play the T110E5 after they changed the turret, like the tumor on the cupola, if you play it after that, you'll understand that this thing is like is beautiful. Those two tanks are the top two like heavy tanks in the game right now, and I believe this is beating the T110E5 and obviously the DPM department and gun. Turret same, but the body not so much because it doesn't have the frontal armor. And I'm getting ready to pull off that shot that I was talking about here in a second.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Keep in mind the T110, the T10 is Amarak.
Gun loaded.
Now, something that I don't like about this tank is that the gun pressure on the side, well, the sides specifically, and here it is.
Enemy
It
vehicle
was so accurate, like it was right there. You may think that any tank could have done that shot, but trust me, if I'd have done that in the E100, I'd have probably hit the fucking rock, or I wouldn't even hit the tank. I'd have probably the shell probably wouldn't even have made it there. It was so satisfying when it happened. Like, I can't lie.
loaded and ready.
But that was the first tank I've actually Amarak'd in this so far.
Right at us.
But what I was saying was that the gun compression on the sides are, well, obviously the back end is worse than the front, but you don't understand how irritating it is until you actually have to turn around. And I accidentally dropped my controller right there. The gun depression on the back is like 0, and then over the front it's 10 degrees. Well, if you have something behind you, you know, obviously you're not going to be able to aim down to start with. But since the turret is so low profile, it's like the gun is sticking up in the air rather than being flat. So if they get behind you and they're low enough, they can sit there all day and you won't be able to do anything. Like a T-54 or T-62, if they get behind this thing and like face hug, you can't do anything about it. From what I've experienced, which don't ask questions, but I did get raped by a T-62. May have something to do with the fact that I missed every single shot.
Enemy's got us in their sight.
And I don't understand how with 270 pin that was orange, but you know, it's whatever.
Ready to fire.
And this dude loses his turret here in a second too. It's kind of funny how it happens. I don't do it, but this is a hesh round to the back of the turret. Then boom.
Friendly vehicle destroyed.
And I feel a little bad for not helping this guy, but then again, I didn't pull up there like him. And lucky guy gets a shot on my freaking ammo rack. It's funny because, you know, it's a 12-second reload basically, but it's still good compared to, you know, the mouse, and I'm still able to do that much damage with the hash round. I'm not complaining. This tank is also not very heavy. I mean, it's heavy, but it's not E100 chassis heavy. So when you get rammed, you're gonna feel it, especially from like an IS-7 hitting you in the front. You'll feel it. It'll knock the snot out of this tank. So, like I said, there's gonna be more of this tank and more videos. Period on the channel. This video is actually getting ready to come to an end. Hopefully, you guys are realizing that I have time to make videos now. You want to come back and watch. So there's more stuff coming up soon, and I'm going to start live streaming again. Anyways, guys, if you like what you see, like the video and let people know I'm back. I will see you later.